All right. What is up, everybody? It's your boy Dean. This evening it is May 4th, and I am here with it says DJ Scarcity
No, no,
Rarity.
no, okay. It's DJ Scarcity Rarity.
Okay, there we go. I'm
But
sorry. Well,
what's up,
because
everybody? This is Deej for short. Just say Deej for short. You know what I mean?
Deej for
Deej.
short. Well, I have to read what it says.
I hear you. I hears
DJ
you.
DJ Scarcity Rarity. Right?
That's me. That's me.
That's right. Okay. So anywho, like I said, today is Saturday, May 4th, and guess what, guys? It's Star Wars Day. Star Wars Day, and for all the Star Wars geeks out there, geeks, nerds, whatever, who's a fan of Star Wars, oh man, it's our day, guys. It's our day. So we're gonna be talking a little bit about Star Wars. I mean, a lot, probably, but But Deej here.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay.
He's,
So,
uh-huh.
so Dean's is what I didn't tell Dean's was before the show. I know nothing about Star Wars. All I know is that
What?
it holds its own place in Disneyland. I know
It
that
does.
it's the creator of Star Wars bought out a huge plot of land in San Francisco and created the Lucasfilm laboratories or whatever it is. I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of experiments and weird things going on there. So
George
the
Lucas.
conspiracy theorists get ready. But I am not a Star Wars fan. I don't claim to be one, but I'm here to be educated by Dean's and the rest of his fandom family, whatever you want to call them, because all of his friends and family are a bunch of Star Wars cosplayers, cost makers, cost breakers, cost takers, whatever you want to call them. They're all that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I am
Don't
here so
tell
I won't
me-
get fined.
Don't tell me you're more of a Star Trek fan. Long,
I am neither.
Live long and prosper. Live long.
I know. Okay, so I am not even a Star Trek fan. Here's what I am a
Really?
fan of. Yeah, no, here's what I'm a fan of. I'm a big fan of X-Files.
Oh, okay.
Huge
Yeah.
fan of X-Files.
used to
There
watch
is
that.
nothing. Yeah, that stuff effed me over 500 times over. So whenever I see a wooded area, I go away from it. I'm not going near that. If you ask me camping, I say fuck nah. Thank you though. If you want me to go to a spherical thing that is just like throbbing light in a dark little cave, I say go first, and I'll yell for help. I'm
So-
not. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah,
So
there's
it's
no way.
safe to say that you believe in aliens,
Because of that show,
or you don't have to say that you.
it opened up a whole aspect of things, and it made me open-minded to things that now I'm open-minded to, which is Star Wars. You
Yay.
know? Oh shit! Oh shit!
He's just
We got
dropping
broken
here.
into.
We just
This is breaking and entering right in the middle of the freaking pod.
For real.
Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, this guy does not need any introduction, but we're going to give it to him anyway.
That's right.
This is the man, the myth, the legend.
Uh-huh.
His name, Dean, what is his name?
His name is Tigard.
Everybody
And he
give it
just-
up. Go.
And he just drops in here whenever he wants. You know what I mean?
Dude, he is all about that life because he lives that life. Everyone,
That's right.
if
I
you
love
want to
that.
join, if you want to have a podcast, you just say my time is your time. Welcome, though. You're welcome.
Welcome. I love the hat. I love the hat, Tigard. I love the hat.
Yeah, I love the hat.
Look at that.
So you jumped in at the right time, Tigard. Let me catch you up to.
Whoa.
Oh,
All right.
you got that at a
Okay.
game, I see.
SF Giants. Let's go.
So you dropped in at a perfect, opportune time, Tigard. I was telling Deans that I'm not a big fan of Star Wars or know of many of the Star Wars things, but I am willing to be educated by you, brethren. I see the shaking heads, but I'm going to go ahead and continue to talk. And I am ready to embrace this knowledge that I'm going to get tonight. But let's just be honest. There's a lot of things to uncover here, but I have a funny story about going to a Star Wars movie.
Okay.
And I would like to share that at some point. But yeah, that's where we're at, Tigard. How are you, Tigard? How are you?
Uh, Doing good, guys. How? So I didn't realize you guys were going to be starting right when I came on.
Bro, I'm
Well,
telling
we
you, bro.
didn't. We figured, hey, you know what? Might as it's too good. It's May the 4th, and it's Star Wars Day. We just can't wait. It's just that's how it is. But hey, you know what? You're here. That's what the important thing is.
Yeah, you're here,
Everybody's here.
dude. Yeah.
So, but yes.
All
What's
right, you
going on,
comfortable now?
Tiger?
You good? You're comfortable now, Tiger?
You're out there. You're
I
right.
don't got the setup like you guys do. All right.
What do you
So
mean? I'm
No, that's
sitting,
fine.
bro. I am sitting on a percussion called the cajon, and I got a freaking spit filter in my face the whole damn time, slapping me every time when I say a harsh syllable. So
Nice.
there. But you all won't see that because I am camless. Anyway, so let me just do this. At least help out. Star Wars, ladies and gentlemen, started off in the year 1977, where George Lucas created a film called Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. And let me remind you all that there was a lot of things going on here that nobody knew that this was going to be a success or anything like that. It was just thrown out there, I think.
Yeah.
But then it spurred the inevitable. That's right, everybody. It spurred many more Star Wars movies. Do I have to continue? Yes, I should. So Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, came out in 1980. Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, came out in 1983. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, came out in 1999. Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, 2002. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, 2005. Star Wars The Clone Wars came out in 2008. And Star Wars The Clone Wars came out again, apparently, 2008 to 2020. I don't know what that means. Star Wars Rebels, 2014 to 2018. Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens in 2015. Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, 2016. And the last but not least, Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, 2017. A lot of things to uncover here, boys. So I need your help, everyone. I need your help to understand the landscape created by this Star Wars brand or franchise, whatever you want to call it. So, anyone first that can educate me and talk about your happiness and your connected spirit to this franchise here.
Well, okay. I'll start.
Okay.
Honestly, okay, Star Wars, I wasn't born yet, okay, when it first came out, obviously. I don't think we were all born yet. So, I only watched it when I was maybe 5 or 6 years old when I first saw that first Star Wars movie. And, it kind of stuck because I loved the story, all right? And then I watched the other two after that, and I was like, this, it's just something about the story that kind of just pulled me in. And then it's not until I totally forgot all about it, okay, until 1999 when the Phantom Menace came along, and that's when I really got into Star Wars, okay. So it brought back memories of watching the first couple of episodes. Sorry, my bad. That's me. Anyway, so the first couple of episodes, Phantom Menace, that's what pretty much got me started again for Star Wars. And then the second episode came out, the third episode came out. It was just like, holy crap, and it just got blown up into, I got to start collecting action figures for it. All right, those collectibles and anything Star Wars, just like, man, it was so cool. But yeah, so this Tigard, when did you first start noticing that you wanted to become, or not wanting to become, like you really love Star Wars, you know?
so for me, it really stemmed from my dad,
Ah,
because he obviously was able to watch it when it first came out in '77, and then
right.
in '83. So thank you, DJ Scarcity Rarity, for the timeline that it came out. And I can't remember exactly. I want to say that came out with the action figures, like a
Hmm.
re-release before Phantom Menace came out.
Yes, it did.
So that's
I think it
when
was. Mhm.
go ahead.
No, I think it was. So it came out 1999, the movie, right? So I think a little bit beforehand, they just kept on endorsing the action figures and oh, Star Wars this, Star Wars that. Episode 1. What the hell's episode 1? I thought it was 4. It was like 4, 5, and 6, and then now it's back to it's an epic story. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, so yeah, and so I think what happened is my dad had like me and my brother watch it, like the original Star Wars with then watching Empire Strikes Back and then Return of the Jedi, and so we actually got into it collecting the action figures before Phantom Menace came out, and so that I was all confused as a kid, like, wait, so the first three that came out, they're not one, two, and three, they're four, five, and six. Like,
Yeah.
why do they do that? And you come to realize that the storyline needed a lot more CGI for the first three movies, and so that's why they came out with four, five, and six
Mm,
first,
mm,
because of what they were able to film and
mm,
come to life. So I I mean to me it was just always been about how it brings generations together. Like the fact that my dad
right.
watched it, my cousins actually had the original toys that my aunt got rid
Oh
of,
my
which
Oh, dang.
god.
yeah, it's like I know it hurts, guys.
Are
It
you
hurts.
serious? Oh
It,
my god.
it's one
Wait,
of
they
those.
still have it, right, Tigard?
No, no,
Please
no,
don't
no.
tell me they lost it or they threw it away.
No, my aunt had got rid of it years ago.
Oh no!
Oh, oh,
Auntie,
my
no!
heart just sank to my ass.
Look. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh,
I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I know what collectibles are about, and I know what they mean to collectors in general. But I've sensed like a whole entire generation of Star Wars fans just go, oh.
I think I'm gonna puke.
Anyway, we love your auntie.
Yes, we do.
She's a swell lady, I'm sure. She just made one mistake, but let's just be real. All moms throw out toys anyway, right? Because they're like,
Oh
"Hey,
my
you're out of my house!" Boom, and then they just get a big old garbage can,
oh
and
my
they're like,
god.
"Good riddance, kids."
You can't
You're,
imagine how many GI Joes I got thrown away, and oh
you know
my
what? We gotta
lord.
talk to Mama and Papa.
You know, I,
Pristine.
I
You know what the
wouldn't
hell?
I wouldn't do that to my kids, man. I still have all their toys since they were babies. Oh my god.
Because let's just be real. When you bought toys for your kids, was it partly for you?
Well, yeah, yeah,
That said it all.
hey,
That said it all.
you know, some of it, yeah. But like, I'm not gonna play with no freaking like, what are those baby toys? Of course, those are for babies, you know.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now. If I ever am blessed to have a kid, I'm gonna buy like the music instruments, and I'm just gonna be playing with all of the music instruments all day long, like that lady on Instagram. I forgot what her name is, but
Which
anyway, Tigard.
just want to
Yeah.
interject real quick. Side note to that, DJ Scarcity Rarity. I still have the video of you and Wibe in Target playing the drum set or what was it, like making your
Yes.
own songs.
Yeah. No. So.
Hmm. Okay.
Me and sis wife, we got really close as brother and sister in soul because we're heavily into music, right? So every time when we get together and we have an opportunity when we were younger, we would just go and do whatever with whatever we find, and we were just coming up with freaking music and stuff. That was a good memory, but not okay. But hey, it's May the Fourth be with you. So Tiger,
Mm,
the toys, your auntie threw it away,
mm.
and then um, after that, what
And then
spurred
what
your
happened? And then what happened?
what spurred your Star Wars or piqued your Star Wars interest?
I mean, to be honest, it really was the action figures. I think I enjoyed the time spending with my dad and my brother, going to Toys R Us, for the
Oh,
new releases. Um, finding the special ones like the short lightsaber versus the long lightsaber. Um, the
Exclusives, right? The
yeah, the
exclusives.
exclusives and everything. Like that to me was like more fun than anything. Um, I mean, when I was younger, I didn't fully appreciate the Star Wars storyline. That wasn't until later when I got older and could understand like more of it.
Yeah.
And ironically enough, like my favorite character out of the entire Star Wars series is the TIE fighter pilot, and actually named my dog after that. So
Oh well,
it
Ah, that's the
that's
Ty was born.
yeah, exactly.
there you go. See.
So,
Hmm.
okay, fellas, well said. I am starting to see that the toys and the storyline was the main thing that got you highly involved in this franchise of the Star Wars. What is the storyline other than the title giving it away that there's a war in stars in space? It's called Star Wars. What's the storyline?
Oh, it's just so many stories in one. Really, there's it's an epic story. So there's love stories, there's action, there's friendships, there's oh man, it's so many things all at once that could possibly go on. That's why there's several different episodes, 9 total. So but what George Lucas intended was he was going to tell Luke Skywalker's story, right? When we didn't know that he had a twin sister, we didn't know that his freaking dad was Darth Vader back then. Everybody was like blown away when everybody found out it was his freaking father. Okay, Darth Vader. Anyway,
Mind blown.
mind blown. And he even Luke Skywalker was like, "No, it can't be, no." You know, but like anyway, it's just such a good story. If you haven't seen it, folks, please, you don't have to start from 1.
Hmm.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, you have to
yeah,
start from one.
you
No,
could, but
you
like
don't have to because we
you don't
started
have
on
to.
4.
Yeah, and back then George Lucas didn't call it 4. It was just Star Wars,
And New Hope.
So they
A New
it's
Hope.
Star Wars. It's Star Wars fans that came up with the episodes and the
Well,
timeline.
it's because that's
No,
like that was the again like he wanted to be able to showcase everything and with what was
mm,
needed at like during that time era in the
mm,
late 70s early 80s. They didn't have like all the computer generated graphics that we have now, and so he
yes,
went and also like 4 5 and 6 he basically, to Dean's point, like you find out about Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia. You find out about Darth Vader, aka Anakin Skywalker.
mm-hmm,
Is
mm-hmm,
Hmm.
their father, and then so when you find that out 4, 5, and 6, then you once you go into 1, 2, and 3, you're learning about Anakin's past. And
exactly.
to me, this is like goes into one of the storylines that Dean was touching on. Is that it goes into choosing between good and bad, and you see when Anakin was younger, he was taught by Obi-Wan, on the path of the being the good guy, and then you
Mm,
learn that, but later he's Darth Vader and he's the bad guy, and
mm.
it's just like there's so many pieces to it that you can relate to.
And
Speaking of pieces,
mm,
and sorry, Dean.
go
Just
ahead, go ahead.
speaking of pieces and whatnot, it does the fact that Star Wars did not go in chronological order because let's just be honest, all movies that are connected are released in chronological order, and I don't know any other franchise or movie franchise that went out of order and just went in their own way like Star Wars has.
Yeah.
So was that the reason why newer fans and fans of old can easily get back into Star Wars because it's not in chronological order.
Mm.
It's basically just storylines upon stories
Mhm.
that can be fitted in. And do you think that's because again, I've never seen a a movie franchise like this before that would just
Oh.
go
Hmm.
wherever which way and not chronologically ordered at all. So is this possibly one reason why it got bigger than where it was?
I mean, it has something to do with it. Yeah, definitely. Because George Lucas, he wanted to put a story out there, obviously about space and all these kinds of sci-fi stuff, Star Wars. But he didn't at first. He wanted to tell one story, and then it led to different other characters in the movie to have a backstory, and he wanted to explain that. So you have to go back in time to explain everything that's been happening right now. So, like Anakin Skywalker, who's supposed to be Darth Vader. Skywalker is not really at first. His last name is not supposed to be Skywalker. He was supposed to be Star Killer, and he changed it into. I mean, Star Killer back then. I guess I don't know if he wanted to change it to Skywalker, but Skywalker stuck. All right. I mean, you guys can search that up. I might
Hmm.
be wrong, but anyway, um, and then now that the other movies came out, then there's other movies that came out called what is it called? Rogue One. Okay, which pretty much explained everything that happened way before the Death Star happened. Okay, it's the planning of the Death Star, and then people just want to know what the backstory is of what's going on. So I mean, it's such a complex kind of thing. So
Understood. Well, I have a funny story about Star Wars if you want to
ooh,
hear about it.
yeah, sure.
You
Okay.
tell.
Do continue.
What's
Do
the
tell.
what's the Star Wars movie with Darth Maul in it?
Phantom
Just a
Menace.
minute.
So Star Wars Episode One, Phantom Menace, 1999, right?
Yeah.
That sounds about right. Okay, so I went to Star Wars Episode One, The Phantom Menace, back in when it first released, and I went with a bunch of girls. One of them was, a lady that I was highly interested in, and so her and her friends were big, huge Star Wars fans. And I was like, I'm all about the first kiss. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to sacrifice whatever the hell I'm going to be. And I pretended to know. And I was like, all excited. And then, like, I think so she mentioned a character in the movie. And I was like, oh, yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see that character either. Woo. I was all about that lie just for that kiss. But then anyway, we go to the movie theater. The line is long. I was pissed because it was really in the far back of the line, and the sun was hitting me, and I was like, and these ladies, I assume they become ladies because they're all girls. They were all like all happy and stuff. I was like, I'm getting sun. I'm getting like a heat stroke here, ladies. Like, can we move to the shade or something? So already I was pissed. We get our tickets, we get in another line in the damn freaking movie theater for popcorn and soda, and I'm like, fuck. And then I was like, dude, this is so freaking horrible. So not only did I have heat stroke, but now I'm being deprived of liquids, liquids for me to get over the fact that I was suffering from heat stroke. Then we get our food and we get into another line for the movie door. So I'm like, I was like, how is everyone so happy about this? We went in 3 long lines. What the hell? Right. So we get our seats, and I'm going to tell you right now, it is jam packed with people. It was insane. I didn't have armrests. I was pissed. And it's someone had the most stinkiest of feet behind us, and I was like, this person has to put their freaking shoes back on. And so I'm thankful that someone with a flashlight came over and said, hey, can you put your shoes back on? We're getting complaints of a foul smell, and we're obviously there's not a dead animal in the movie theater, sir. So can you put on your shoes? And I was like laughing at that because as a kid, you're like, what the fuck? What the hell's wrong with this guy? The
Ew.
movie starts, and let me tell you, people, I don't know what the fuck is happening. I just see a bunch of shit going on in the screen, and there's like squiggly wiggly head peoples talking to a bunch of other peoples that are discombobulated, and I think they're called aliens or some stuff. and I'm lost. I'm confused, and the girls were having the time of their life, right? So I started laughing because there was one freaking squiggly headed thing that didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. It was like a really bad English, by the way. So I started laughing out loud. The girl that was of my interest, she was like, "Hey, can you like not laugh really loudly?" And I'm like, why? There's a squiggly head person that is talking English, or they think that they're talking English, and they're thinking that they're saying everything correctly. This is freaking mind-boggling. And I was like, do you understand what that thing is saying? And she's like, yes. Can you stop laughing? I'm like, oh my god. So every time when I see something in the movie that freaking gets me giggling, I start giggling. I can't help it. I was born to laugh for some strange reason. So I just burst out laughing with every little thing. And nobody, mind you, nobody in the theater was laughing. And so I was one of those guys that when the audience was laughing, I wasn't. But then when it's like completely quiet, you're right. So she was thoroughly embarrassed and stuff. And then we get to the end, and if anybody did not watch the whatever it's called, the Darth Maul
Phantom Menace.
Bash 2000, if you haven't watched Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, do not listen further. But when Death Maul got chopped in half and was falling down that cylinder or that tunnel or whatever you want to call it,
Don't tell me.
everyone started to boo. Everyone started to cry, or not. They were like really unhappy. And so, knowing that I made no friends in the theater because of my actions, I was going, oh, with them, and I sounded like a cow that was left in the pasture with a bunch of onions. So I started going, oh, and then the girl in my interest was just thoroughly embarrassed by me. So the movie ends. We walk outside. I didn't even get a hug, ladies and gentlemen. The girl said, "I'll just talk to you when I talk to you," and we never talked again.
Jesus
I didn't
Christ.
get my first kiss that day. I didn't get a hug. I just got $20 of my well-earned money of chores down the drain to watch a movie I didn't understand, to stand in 3 long lines for no reason, to watch a bunch of things that are alien-like converse with each other, and I don't know how they understand each other, to watching one of the possibly iconic characters of Star Wars get chopped in half, and the whole crowd getting upset about that. So I don't understand why the crowd got upset about that. Can you guys help me on that? Why did they get upset when Darth Maul got chopped? He's a bad guy. Get over it.
I mean, when I saw it, when I saw it in theaters, nobody was really upset when he got chopped up. I mean, I think everybody was like not excited or happy about it. Nobody had no. I mean, I've heard. I heard in the back some people were like, the oh my god, that happened. Like surprise. But I think what got people kind of mad was when Qui-Gon Jinn got killed. Before that, because Obi-Wan was really pissed off and he cut Darth Maul in half because of that. So that's what probably got people mad about it. But yeah, other than that, but Darth Maul was, he is an epic character. He was the very first person with a double-edged lightsaber. Okay, and people in the theaters when that shit. Okay, first off, he got one lightsaber, and then that fucking thing went double. Everybody was like, "Oh fucking hell! Holy shit!"
They never saw that.
They never
They
saw
never
that
saw.
because back in the day when Darth Vader was fighting Obi-Wan Kenobi,
One-sided.
you know, they only had one lightsaber, and they were doing like some slow ass lightsaber shit. Okay, because they were pretty old back in the day, but they were supposed to be older then, right? Because it was before that, or after, whatever. See, I'm getting confused now. But anyway, yeah. So Darth Maul, definitely an epic character from Phantom Menace. Yeah.
Tygard, your take on the Darth Maul mutilation and killing?
Mutilation.
Yeah, I think like Dean said, I think it was more like surprised that all that happened in that one movie because it was, I think, just the look of Darth Maul was like sick to
Oh my
see.
god.
Um, Obviously, like Dean mentioned, the double lightsaber. That was the first time seeing two lightsabers connected and using it like that. That was like, no way. And
I had that reaction.
and I'm guessing that in your story about the characters that think that they're speaking English but they're not, I think you're talking about Jar Jar Binks, who was like
Oh yeah.
the
Yeah, bro.
one.
Dude, you gotta imagine as a kid that was just in it for the kiss. I didn't know what the hell to expect, and I was just thoroughly lost in the sauce, dude. I was like, did we go into the wrong movie? And I was like, why are you all so happy and excited about this? Like, gentlemen, these girls were huge fans because they were reacting in time to everything, like excited, happy, clapping, and they were doing this all together. And I knew that, let's just be real, I think that they're friends for life because you cannot have that kind of connection with anyone else, right? So
Mm.
I'm sure that they're all friends till this day, but I was probably like an asterisk in that one girl's life. But yeah, I just didn't understand what the hell was happening. And for me to be the only one in the theater to not understand what the hell was being said, made me feel a whole lot dreadful that I was not going to get that kiss at the end of the day. So there you go. Yeah.
You can blame Darth Maul for that.
I want to know how old you were at that time because me and Dean
Uh
had just
yeah.
probably met at that point in
Yeah,
'99,
99. Yeah, we just met, right?
and we were
Yeah,
So
I
seniors in
mean, it
high
was
school.
definitely. I'm saying probably before teens, dude.
no, we
Before I was a
were
teen.
maybe like 13, 14.
Well, there you go.
Oh, I don't
I
know.
guess
Yeah,
I
something
mean,
like that. Yeah.
I all I know is that it was before it's a teen years, dude. I was not a teen yet,
I
and I was
remember.
just I you know what's funny is that when you're a kid, you're all concentrated like I gotta get my first kiss before I'm a teen. so I'm like I gotta do it. And next thing you know, it's like I thought that was my opportunity. I was like, man, I felt like a woman that I'm gonna probably be judged for this, but like a woman is like, oh, I've got this time to conceive a child, right? At that time, I was like, I have X amount of time before my teen years to get a kiss. So it was kind of like that. But women don't cancel me. It was just a metaphor, please. We're talking about Star Wars. Go ahead.
Right. Right. No. Well, did you watch the one after that,
Absolutely not.
Deej?
It was dramatizing to me to the point where
So you
I did
only
not
watched
want.
episode one.
Yeah, because I look, it was kiss or nothing. Okay, Deans. I did it all for the like what's his name, Limp Bizkit.
You did
He
all
did it
for the
all for the
Mickey.
cookie. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I did it all for the kissy. Okay, so I didn't get one, and I was like, you know what, screw it. And then I just got into sports after that, or something like that.
Man.
I was like, maybe I was not cut out to be a moviegoer. I don't know, but yeah, I didn't.
Traumatized by Darth Maul.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever watched any Star Wars movies after that, actually. And the only time when I was near a Star Wars thing was when we went to Tomorrowland in Disneyland.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And teens got mad at me.
What?
No, because you called me a poser. You're not mad at me, but no, because I bought Star Wars figures because for Halloween I was dressed up as a Star
Oh.
Wars figures collector. So Tigard, well, I went to the Oogie Boogie Bash 2022, and so in Disneyland they had a Loungefly bag that said figure collector and had all the Star Wars figures on it. And then they had a shirt that says figure collectors. It had the Star Wars figures on it. So I bought the bag, the shirt, and a box full of unopened Star Wars figures. And I was walking around Oogie Boogie Bash, the Halloween Bash, as a figure collector. So, and then I even I even posted it somewhere. I don't know where I posted it at, but I remember I posted it, and I was like, "Don't judge me, judge yourselves." But today I'm dressed up as a figure collector for Halloween, and I got hella hate for that.
Well,
And then Deeds was like, "You poser."
No,
And I was like, "Damn."
you know what this means, Dean? We just gotta
uh,
get DJ Skidmark to watch all of the Star Wars movies in a row, no break.
you know what?
It
We are
is DJ Scarcity Rarity, Deeds for short. Please do not do that to me today.
we're gonna
I
have
am
a
under a lot of
marathon.
pressure. I'm going through childlike, freaking scarred moments of my life. All right, I got denied a kiss and a hug. I deserved it.
Hey.
For all the things I went through, I deserved it.
You know what? To redeem that, you got to watch it from episode 1 till episode 9, and in between the Rogue One, all the Clone Wars, all the Rebel. You got to watch Bad Batch. You got to watch what else is that? Ahsoka, Obi-Wan's TV series from Disney Plus, all that stuff
And
from the
Oh.
beginning.
Oh, okay. Well,
Exactly.
you know that sounds all great and dandy. So you know what?
Mandalorian.
Let's set up a date. But oh, wait, before we set up a date, I want you to go to school, get your bachelor's, get your master's, and get your doctorate as a professor. Create a class that is called Star Wars Episode 1 and beyond. And then you come up with your own criteria and your synopsis of the course that you're teaching, where you're going to have everybody watch an episode each class. Until you do that, you will not catch me in the freaking dimension of hell watching all of these movies, because I refuse to go back through childhood memories of non-kisses and non-hugs for your betterment to just say, I'm going to watch this again because I'm a fan. You're putting me through like childhood scarring memories, okay?
Well, you know what?
Trauma,
I'm gonna
if you will.
I'm gonna quiz you on
I
anything
will.
Star Wars. Okay, like how
I'll
old is Yoda when he passed away, or what are Ewoks? Okay,
No, man, no. I will. If you give me a quiz, I'll just give smart ass remarks like Kevin Arnold in the Wonder Years. You know, I'm gonna
okay.
go. Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, and you're just gonna ask me, what did Darth Maul have? And I was like, a headache. You know, I'm just gonna answer all these questions that you give me with a bunch of answers to show you that I'm not as interested or into it as you, but I respect the fact that you both are sharing your knowledge of it, and I appreciate that. But as far as you asking me to watch 25 movies of this in one sitting, there's not. You know that the day is only made for 24 hours, right?
Too bad.
That
So
would mean
It's still
And
you could fit.
Dean,
Huh?
during the editing session of this, you gotta add in Chewie going, oh.
okay.
Then
That's
Right,
dude. He does it so good. Do it
Yeah.
again, Dean. Do it again.
No, you gotta roll the R's. You know?
Yeah, go. Dude, bro, I can't stop not laugh at that.
Oh, too bad I don't have my Chewbacca slippers on.
Bro, okay, by the way, if anybody has not seen the Instagram post when he was trying to kill that mosquito dude, that was the first time I ever heard him do the Chewbacca sound effect. And I almost fell over laughing, dude. I could not contain myself, bro. That was funny shit.
Yeah, well, Chewbacca is one of my favorite characters in there, and shout outs to the late Peter Mayhew who played Chewbacca. So yeah, he's a 7 foot man, 7 feet tall, guys, tall guy. But,
R.I.P. baby.
yeah, R.I.P.
R.I.P. I got a shout out too, Deans, if that's
Shout
okay.
out! Shout out!
Okay.
Shout it up!
These are the things. Okay,
All right,
never
go,
mind. If you made it this far in the show, I just wanted to let you know that we have many different channels and different sites for you to follow us at. You can follow us on youtube.com at the Randomly Irregular Podcast. And we're also on TikTok at the Randomly Irregular Podcast. And you can even find us on Instagram for little clips. He's going to make little clips here and there. This Dean Pristine over here at the Randomly Irregular Podcast. And don't forget TikTok. We're getting to you, kids. We're gonna get all of your dance routines down. We promise. at the Randomly Irregular Podcast. Dean's right back to you.
That's right. That is correct. So we've got all the socials going on here. I'm trying to post up as much as I can. So, but yeah, tune in for that, or do try to like and subscribe.
By the way, I
Follow.
appreciate everybody. Yeah, I appreciate everybody liking or watching the religion the religion clip. That stuff was freaking hilarious and stuff. But
we haven't posted that one up yet.
no.
Yeah.
We okay. So to be fair, there is some things that we have to be sensitive to,
That's right.
and we also have to be careful ourselves. So I think that one, as we were speaking about it together collectively off the podcast, we also have to respect each other and also not put each other in a position where we have to be, answering certain questions with questions from people that are going to be offended or whatnot. So we're really trying to figure out if that show is going to be offensive to either ourselves or to the people that we are trying to reach out to. So I think that's a good thing, and we're just being respectful of all that. So
Correct.
There you go.
That is correct. So, but yeah. Yeah, anything else you want to talk about Star Wars wise?
I just want to let Tiger know that the toys that you grew up on are easily accessible till this day for a very cheap price. So if you want to relive your childhood memories, those figures are actually still, I believe in, correct me if I'm wrong, Deans, but
What?
in collectible stores, do you still see Star Wars figures for like $3 for $10 or something like that?
Oh yeah, there's still Star Wars toys out there that are being put out, but not like the original ones. The original ones go for a lot. So
Yeah, those.
those.
Yeah, those are like you have to have two doctors' positions to
Yeah,
to obtain.
yeah.
But I'm just
PSA
saying.
and
Yeah, if
authenticated.
exactly, if Wibe gets on your nerves, just like, oh, you want to play like that, Wibe, and then just go to the toy store and just get a bunch of figs and just put them all over your walls and be like, that's what you get, Wibe. That's what you get.
The first ever. Jeez, I don't even remember my first Star Wars figure. God, I think it's got to be. I think it's got to be Darth Vader. Yeah, he was my first ever figure because he was the most iconic character of all of Star Wars. I mean, there is Luke Skywalker, there is like Han Solo, Princess Leia,
C-3PO,
Chewie. I mean, R2D2. You know, he's iconic, but Darth Vader's got to be the most iconic Star Wars person ever.
I would even say stormtroopers were more iconic than like Luke Skywalker or Han Solo. It's like, I think because anyone can be a stormtrooper, but
I mean, off the top of your head, if you visualize Star Wars, you see Darth Vader right there, or a stormtrooper. It automatically pops up in your head. So,
my first ever. The first time I ever saw a toy in real life or in my hand was when I was a kid, and I went over to my uncle's place, who's actually my cousin, but we called him Unc because he was a little bit older, and so he had Star Wars figures. So he had the gold one and the little rubbish can, the garbage can. So. Yeah, no. What do you? So okay,
C-3PO
I'm sorry. Did I offend? Did I offend
C-3PO.
people?
Yeah,
C-3PO.
yeah, you did. You did offend me.
C-3PO is the gold dude, and
C-3PO,
R2D2 is the one you're referring to as a garbage
Trash.
can.
Yeah, trash can.
Okay, so you guys don't think that he looks like a trash can?
Okay,
Nah, dude.
He might be looking like a prestigious trash can to some people, but like he's not like a tin can like that. You know what I mean?
And I mean, I called the gold one the golden surfer.
Yeah,
So
the golden
because there's a silver surfer, right? And then I thought he was the golden surfer without the surfboard. So I was like, golden surfer with the trash can, cool.
Well, did you know C-3PO was made by Anakin Skywalker?
Dude, I don't even know who Anakin Skywalker is, but apparently
Darth Vader.
Wait, so Anakin? Okay, so now things are getting clear.
Okay.
Anakin Skywalker is Darth Vader,
Yes.
and Luke Skywalker is Darth Vader and Anakin's son.
Well,
Well, because Darth Vader and Anakin are the same person.
Right, exactly,
Yeah.
right?
So
Okay,
you
so
can just say Anakin Skywalker is the good side of that person, and Darth Vader is the bad side of that person.
so who created the trash can?
The
If
trash
it
can.
was it Anakin?
Ooh, the trash can was.
Wait, am I okay? Am I being really insulting by saying trash can right now? Because I seriously do not
know what?
want to
You're-
have like a
You're gonna get some Star Wars peeps on your ass. right now.
fuck
Okay.
guys. Okay, Star Wars peeps. I'm sorry, but it looks like that from the outside looking in. You got to forgive a dude that only watched sports when growing up. I'm sorry, I was deprived. What do you want me to do?
Bruh.
So
no,
you
not
just called
forgiven.
R2D2
wow,
a trash
you guys
can.
are no, you're egging people on now. I feel like I'm being threatened.
Please follow Deej
Comment
for short
below
on Instagram.
to D for short on how hateful that is. Come on now.
Yeah,
Okay, go
please-
say that. No. Say that one more time, Tagar, please.
Comment below to D for short on how hateful that is. Come on now.
Okay, also comment below if you don't know what the fuck Star Wars are and you just going by real life appliances. I'm sorry. Look, at least I called the freaking golden person a golden surfer. I mean, come on, that's pretty darn cool.
Well, shoot, you know,
Or the golden one. I don't know. I mean, I could have come up with many things. I said golden surfer. And, okay, so the trash cans R2D2?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. So R2D2, I actually had that in hand, and my uncle had the ship. I don't know if the
Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
yeah,
okay.
if that's what it's called, then there you go.
Millennium
So
Falcon.
so he had a bunch of like robed figures with little like popsicles and stuff and whatnot. So he had like those near the Falcon of Millennium Falcon. Okay, so I'm learning a lot here, guys. Okay, look at me. I'm a noob, but hey, I'm getting educated by the best.
We're gonna get you up there, Deej. We're gonna get you up there.
Hit the subscribe button, you know,
Exactly.
on YouTube at the Randomly Irregular Podcast. Okay,
That's right.
so R2D2. Okay, and I'm learning a lot. So thank you guys. I didn't know that there was some throw balls, like curveball, knuckleball like storylines that just were whoa for the time. So Star Wars, Anakin is Luke's father, but when Anakin was Darth Vader, isn't that one of the most mind-blowing things that could have happened at that time? Like during that time, let's just be real, like 70s, wasn't that like a time period of a certain way of thought processing? And you never thought like a good person would ever come from a bad person, or a bad person or a good person that you think is good could do something bad, right? So for Anakin to become Darth Vader, who's doing all this evil, to create a son that's doing fighting against the evil, to be told that he's the father, that would, if I was in Luke's skin, I'd be like, I'm shocked. I didn't think that I came from evil from you. I hate you. I despise you, but you're my dad. Like, WTF? You know? So right then and there, this must have been mind-blowing for the times.
Yeah. Well, Mark Hamill, when George Lucas told him, hey, you know what? Guess what? Darth Vader's your father. Mark Hamill was like, you're fucking shitting me.
Really?
He literally did not think that Darth Vader was literally Luke Skywalker's was his father. So when they read that on the script, he was just like, no. Really?
So this movie franchise was made from before Jerry Springer came about. This is some Jerry Springer like drama.
It's a lot of drama,
in the stars.
In the stars. So there's so many things going on all at once. It's just mind blowing, Okay, you first find out that that's your freaking father and he's freaking evil, and then you're trying to be as good as possible, trying to be a freaking Jedi. Come on, man. Seriously.
Yeah, that's tough.
Oh man, and you find out you have a twin sister. I was like, wait a minute, I just kissed my sister. What the fuck? I mean, come on.
Wait, Princess Leia is
They're twins. They're twins.
And they were Oh, this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
what the
Stuff.
hell's happening?
Exactly. That's why.
This is Jerry Springer. This is what the whole show is about.
That's what I'm trying to tell
Hey,
you.
Okay, so
it was the 70s. You got
Hey,
more
oh my
blood.
god.
anything goes. Anything
Well,
goes.
speaking of conspiracies, I would
Oh my
love for
God.
any of you to open up some Star Wars conspiracies. I have one.
Okay.
So the same movie that we were talking about, the one that I was trying to search my first kiss, right? There was a little girl that was the princess, played by Natalie Portman. Am I right or wrong about that?
Correct.
Okay, so at the time, there were a bunch of older adult men that were finding this princess attractive, but she was a little kid. So the drama that I remember was that why would older guys be thinking that the princess is cute? She's a little kid. And right, so I'm like, I was like, what? As a kid hearing this, I'm like, okay, I'm definitely out of this. I'm definitely out of this
Well,
freaking thing.
you know, at that time we were at the same age as Natalie Portman, so I thought she
Right,
was
so
hot. It was okay for me.
yeah,
But like,
yeah,
yeah, I
but
get
then
it.
there were older guys that were thinking, oh my god, she's hot, she's so cute. I'm like, bro, she's old enough to be your daughter, dude. Like,
I mean,
so was that
uh-huh.
because that was a conspiracy with me? I was like, why are like these older guys that are fans of these Star Wars and
you know,
all like saying she's cute, she's cute? No, she's a kid. What are you doing?
I can't speak for those guys, but you know, it is kind of sus. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so that was a conspiracy that I was actually witnessing. Like I saw, like because there were people that would like I would go to movies, right? I would go to movies after that, obviously, not with the same girl, but would go and watch other movies. So Star Wars was still out when would go to the movie theaters, but I'd hear grown men like with mustaches and whatever beards and like, oh my gosh, she's so cute, and that princess is so cute, and I'm like, wait a minute, you're talking about a little girl. And I was just like, ew, that's gross. You know, like what the hell? So that was something that I witnessed. So it may not have been a conspiracy at the time, full blown, but I'm just saying that when I heard grown adults saying that the princess was cute, not in a, there's a difference. If you're saying the princess is adorable, then that's a difference thing, like, oh, she's so adorable looking though, there's a difference between adorable and cute and hot, right? So if you're saying cute and hot, that's all you're thinking of a little girl in a different way than they are what they are, little girls. So
well, you know what the conspiracy is, that Padme or the princess Padme, she's 5 years older than Anakin. Okay, and in episode 1, they were still young. She was maybe like 15, 16 years old. Anakin was 10. But in episode 2, they were a little bit older. But I think Anakin was still young, maybe like 17-ish, and she was like, of course, 5 years older. But they got married, so that would considerably be, what is it called? You're marrying somebody younger than you, and which is illegal. But I don't know how it is in Star Wars land. Okay,
Fudge,
so it's
dude.
legal. But anyway,
George Lucas, what the frick?
Lucas, but shit, she's a cougar, bruh. She's a cougar. And
bro, I'm just saying, I'm just letting you know that George Lucas had there must have been a finger on the pulse with like really, really touchy subjects that he would just use as storylines in a imaginative Star Wars or like outer space storyline. And it seems to me that some of these borderline controversial stories or storylines come off of very controversial things. So it's very interesting how this played out in Star Wars. It's what the hell, dude? Now I'm like, I don't know about if I want to watch Star Wars now, but no, just kidding. But okay, so was there any other conspiracy theories that were in Star Wars while you were a fan of this? Was there any other conspiracy theories that were brought up while these movies were coming out, or while you're waiting for the next one?
Or are there any other conspiracy theories that
Yeah, like I love conspiracy theories, and I know that there's some like let's just be honest. The biggest reveal of all time was Darth Vader being, Luke Skywalker's dad. So that was just a huge situation. Like, what the hell? That blew the lid off of everything.
that's probably the
But
main one that yeah.
yeah, but was there any like conspiracy theories of like that happened while filming it or anything like that? Because I love those.
Conspiracy theories while filming it. I'm not too sure. No.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe I just threw a curveball question for no reason.
But yeah, May the 4th, it's such an iconic day for all Star Wars fans. And if you haven't seen Star Wars, or or you're planning to watch any kind of Star Wars movie, even the ones on Disney Plus, dude, definitely get Disney Plus because everything is there. Okay, if you want to watch
Oh,
it
really?
from if you want to watch if you want to watch Star Wars, everything is on Disney Plus. So from Star Wars Episode 1 till whatever, and even all the other in between stuff. So if you have,
Okay, you know what? For my mistake, I'll look up Star Wars conspiracy theories for another podcast show.
yeah,
Maybe we'll throw it in a conspiracy show here and there,
yeah,
and I'll have it ready to go. But again, that was really awesome.
right. So
Thank you very much, guys. I
yeah,
I feel like I've gotten to learn a lot more about Star Wars tonight, especially the Anakin Luke Skywalker deal, and I also learned the arc of the stories, which were very, I mean, they're too real. They're it deals with borderline um incest, and then it deals with
yeah,
some underage
sus, man.
marriage, and it deals with like a father living two lives basically. So I mean, there's a lot of things here to uncover that are just like holy shoot. So
Yeah.
anyway,
So, but yeah, so any closing statements from the both of you?
Tigard, no, I think Tigard is elegant and well
I
endowed
still
as
love
far
that
as
hat.
giving a final thought.
God, I wish I have that.
No, that was a
Yeah,
perfect hat
I
to wear
know,
for
I
this
know.
occasion.
Yes,
So,
sir.
Tigard, your final thoughts on this Star Wars podcast and experience?
Uh, if you haven't seen it, at least give it a chance. Check it out. And as always, may the fourth be with you.
Well said, Tigard. Deej.
That's great.
Okay, that's it.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm legitly took off my hoodie when you were going,
Oh
and I'm sorry. So please ask that question again. I am so sorry, Tigard. Please.
It wasn't me that
no,
that
no,
asked
Wait,
it.
who asked
there
who
was
asked the
there was no
question?
question. No, I said
Oh,
any
why
closing.
were you guys just not talking?
No, I said, is there any other closing statements? And then I
Oh
said,
no,
Deej.
no. Oh, I'm so sorry. No. I do not have any closing statement.
Okay.
Therefore, I would like to get off of this podium because I feel that these questions are antagonizing, and I want to be rescinded from all of these activities.
Well, we're gonna still watch that marathon, okay, Deej, because we got to get you up to date to
No,
with all this.
Dean, look, dude, it's easily gonna go past 2 days, bro.
Hey, it's worth it. I'm telling you.
Well,
it's worth
okay, no, bro, you can't.
We're gonna set a date.
border.
We're gonna YouTube it live, and no, I'm just kidding.
Hey, we could YouTube it live.
Yeah, yeah.
You could tie me down and force me to watch it and see me convulse.
Whoa.
I mean, as long as you have a commode or some shit in there in the fucking room, so I could like at least take a
We'll do.
poop and pee or something, or
Nope.
dude, give me something.
Nope,
Like,
you're not allowed. You're just gonna stay right there, and
bro, I am not gonna shit and piss where I sit, dude. This is just not.
hey,
I'm not going to soil myself for the benefit of the Star Wars experience. No way. No, okay, you're making me not want to do this now.
all right, fine. When you have time, we'll do that.
Can I just? Can I just do what I did with the John Wick experience and just watch one a month? Like I
Sounds
watched John
good.
Wick.
Sounds good.
I watched John
I'll
Wick
even let you borrow
1.
my Disney Plus account. So
To be honest, we have one over here surprisingly. So
there you go.
I watched the X-Men cartoons
Oh,
while
that's
eating my
another.
cereal
Yeah,
in the morning on the weekends.
that's another podcast to be
Oh
to be
yeah,
done.
that is.
X-Men. Anywho, all right. Well, thank you everybody. May the fourth be with you. And this was such a great podcast. I loved it. Star Wars fan for life. Okay. And we're gonna convert Deej for short into the Star Wars sagas.
Never.
We're gonna get him into the dark side. Anyway, all right, guys. Well, thank you guys for watching. Definitely do like and subscribe our channel on YouTube, and we'll see you guys next time. Happy Fourth.
Thank you. Good night. Bye.
See you later. Peace.